and welcome to another Disney reading. Today we have Disney's Lilo and Stitch, travelling at the speed of Stitch, which is showing us November 10th. Stitch was bored. Everyone seemed to have somewhere to go and something to do during the day but him. Lilo went to school, Nanny went to work, and Jumper and Pleakley headed off to serve beachgoers at their new snack stand, the Galactic Burger. So Stitch decided he needed a job. He and Lilo looked through the newspaper, searching for a job just right for a small blue alien with a huge love adventure. "Listen," said Lilo, pointing to an advert. "Wanted, tour guide, must have an outgoing personality and lots of energy. That's you." So the next morning Stitch arrived at the tour agency wearing his best Hawaiian shirt and a big smile. The woman doing the interview thought he was pretty scary looking, but a group of tourists was arriving from the airport any minute and no one else had turned up to apply for the job. "You're hired," she said. "Aloha," Stitch exclaimed when the holiday makers arrived. He stacked leaves on them to their eyeballs and shook their hands enthusiastically. "Welcome onto the Hawaiian Galaxy." He showed them to a tour bus and pressed down on the accelerator as far as it would go. "Palm trees," he yelled as the scenery passed by in a blur. "Pineapples," he shouted as they drove through a fruit stand. Finally, the bus screeched to a stop at the beach. "Surfing," Stitch announced, hurling his group onto surfboards and pushing them out to sea. After being battered by the waves, the tourists were eventually tossed onto the beach. Stitch herded them over to a barbecue. "Luau," he explained. Now that's more like it," an elderly woman said, collapsing onto a beach. Bench, not beach. Bench. "I'm starving," admitted a man, with a lobster still hanging on his on his Bermuda shorts. But instead of food, Stitch returned with several flaming torches. Nanny's friend David had taught Stitch how to juggle fire. The little alien was sure the tourists would want to learn too. Thank goodness Stitch just happened to bring along a fire extinguisher. The last stop on Stitch's tour was the 24-hour hula marathon. He gave his guests grass skirts and insisted they dance until they dropped as they played the ukulele. When the holidaymakers returned to the tour agency that night, they emerged from the bus exhausted, battered, bruised and confused. The first thing they saw was the sign at the front of the tour agency. "Hawaii, the most relaxing place on earth." Unless, of course, your tour guide happens to be from the planet Turo. So guys, if you enjoyed that story, click like. If you'd like to see more, click subscribe. And the next story will be... Was it this one? Oh no, it's not that one. There we go. Disney's Peter Pan. We're going on a picnic. So guys, I will see you very soon. Bye bye.